What's up, everyone? I hope y'all have an amazing day. And today is Friday. I know most of you are probably not even caring that it's Friday because most people should be out of school. If you are still in school by 4th of July, I would not go to school. Like, I would transfer to a different school in another state or another country because that is how bad that is. Like, I got out sometime, I think it was late May, but if you're still in July 4th, I am so sorry. Like, from the bottom of my heart, I know how bad school is, but if you're still in, it's like July, like it's prime time summer, you're still in there, I don't know what to tell you. I'm so sorry, but hopefully this story cheers you up. So of course, again, I'm coming with another story, and 4th of July is coming up, so I had a bunch of stories that I just thought of like on the fly. I was like, wow, I actually have a bunch of stories on the 4th of July. I was like, lit. But yeah, I got a bunch to tell, and they're pretty much like all pretty crazy, except like, you know, the one that's in the thumbnail and the title, like that's the craziest one. But I still have like a bunch of like other weird ones, like pretty crazy. But so for my first one, this was like, I would think I was like 9 or something. So I was at my friend Victor and Leo's house. So I would like go there, like I went there for a couple of years. It was like just my family went over there, and then he had a bunch of his other family, like cousins and all that stuff, go over there. So we're just having a good time. It's summer, we're grilling hot dogs, hamburgers, all that good stuff. You know, 4th of July, it's just celebrating our independence. But America, we're like, you know what, let's shoot off some fireworks, because America. I mean, Europeans are probably watching this video like, what? But yeah, so you know, we as Americans, we don't really celebrate that much, but we celebrate through fireworks, and that's just the American way to do it, I guess. But so I was like 9, and I was hanging out at Victor and Leo's house, and it was 4th of July and all that stuff. So he had a bunch of cousins over, like I was saying, and so like we got this crazy idea. You know those like Roman candle things that like you hold them, you light them up, and then you shoot out like the fireworks basically. So like little balls of fireworks would just shoot out, and you're supposed to point them towards the air, and it just goes doosh, doosh, doosh. Well, we had this crazy idea. Hey, these are pretty much just like water guns. We can just use these, run around, and shoot them at each other. Well, that is not the intended purpose of the Roman candles. You're usually supposed to hold them with 2 hands towards the sky, away from your face. They kind of like tell you to look away from it and just shoot it. But we had the idea, hey, let's hold it with 1 hand and just shoot them at each other's face. Like, let's do it. Dude, we were like such savages back then. But yeah, so he had like a bunch of cousins and stuff, and I was there. And so we each got like a handful of Roman candles. We each had like a lighter or something like that. And we take the Roman candles and we just run around his house, and he had like a big yard, so we just run around his house and we just be shooting the Roman candles at each other. And that could have turned out so bad, but thankfully it didn't, or else I probably would only have one eye to be sniping with. I'd be like, I guess that's how snipers really do in like real life. Like, they close one eye when they're scoping in, but when you're playing COD, you kind of need both eyes. But yeah, so I have another story too. So this is a couple years later. I think I was like maybe 12, 11, I don't even know. This is way back too. But so then I went another 4th of July. I went over to Braden's house, and I started going over there more and more for 4th of July's. So I went over there, and he had some family over too, and my family went over there. And then I think maybe Joe and Michael were there too for a little bit, like at the start. And so Braden had this one cousin, and for whatever reason, I can't even remember, but his one cousin, we just did not like him. He was just kind of, I don't know, like cocky, like I don't even know. We just did not like him, and Braden thought he was like a demigod or something. I don't even. This is way back when, and I don't even know. But so he did look. He was just being kind of like, I don't even know. We just didn't like him. So what we had was a very good idea to get back at him a little bit. So Michael, Joe, and I think. I don't even know, like I'm not even sure if that was us 3 or who all was doing it, but I know I was in there, and then I think Joe was in there. But what we did was, you know those little poppers, like you have that little like box and it has that little plastic in there, and there's a bunch of those like little white poppers, and you throw them at the ground and then they like pop and make the little pop sound. So what we did was we took a big handful of poppers and we just went up to him. We just started like pounding him with poppers, and I think he started crying or something like that. Like I don't even know, like we were kind of like, dude, too savage. Like GP3, wait. Nah, I missed. Oh, I could have got a split quad if I hit that clap, but we're just savages back then, dude. I don't even care. Like nowadays, like I don't even like really do anything for 4th of July, but back then we like get the Roman candles, we get the poppers, and we just we'd be like real life Call of Duty with fireworks. But so yeah, that's another story. And then this is like the last story before the big one. But so this is like, I think this is the same 4th of July that the big event happened where the grass got caught on fire. But so what we did was, after 4th of July you got a bunch of leftover fireworks, and though you want to be using them, like, so what we did was, I think it was me, Jason, Michael, Joe, Brayden, a bunch of people. We had like a bunch of little bottle rockets, and what we do was we just like fire them up and stuff like that. We just shoot them off, like, because it's 4th of July, like you just have a bunch of extra fireworks, so you're gonna be using them. So we're just like, hey, let's go to like the end of my driveway and just kind of shoot them off and whatever, just have some fun. But what Jason had the good idea. Let's take a bottle rocket, like he had some jeans on or something. He like put it like inside his jeans, like on the inside, like right by your crotch, and he like took a lighter, he shot it, and he actually shot it out of his like crotch. Like that was literally a crotch rocket, like, oh my gosh. But yeah, he shot that. I don't even think like he got like hurt, because he was like wearing jeans and stuff, so it didn't like really hurt him at all. But he shot that off, and I was like, oh my gosh, like that's super savage. But last story, this one was before the last one I just told, but this is like the big guy. So involving the Roman candles again, like, dude, if you have Roman candles, like something's about to go wrong. But this wasn't even like really involved in it, but kind of was. So what we did was, it was me, I think Brayden, not even Brayden, it was me, Beck, and some other people, and we had some Roman candles, and we were like shooting them in the air and all that, and we were like shooting them, and I got handed this like weird Roman candle, or at least we thought it was a Roman candle. It was just kind of like, it was the same shape as a Roman candle, but it was like just thicker. It was like kind of bigger, I don't even know. But we took one of those and we lit it on fire, and I just like shot it at the ground or something. Like I shot in the air, and it's like a big boom, and then I shot it at the ground. I was like, because I was freaking out, like it was a lot bigger than the normal like Roman candle. So I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do? So I pointed at the ground, and it was like another big boom. It was like literally one of those mortars, like, you know those ones where it's like on a little stand and you put them on the ground, and then it like goes a big boom in the air. It's like one of those, but like a miniature one. So my dad's like, Grant, put it in the air. So like I literally just like looked up and like pointed it, like not even in the air, but kind of like sideways. So it like shot through my trees into my neighbor's yard, and we didn't even realize it. And then I started pointing in the air, and it actually caught his lawn on fire, and then we didn't even realize that. So I just kept shooting him off in the air, and I was like, oh my gosh, like that, something really bad could have happened if someone got hit by that. But so we went over, like we eventually like found the fire. We're like, oh my gosh, we all ran for water. We put it out. There's like a dead patch of grass. We're like, oh my gosh, that's so bad. But I don't even think they cared. So like it didn't even mean. We had to like go over there and we're like, hey, we accidentally caught your lawn on fire. Like, my bad. But yeah, that's pretty much a story of the 4th of July, like all of my crazy stories. But now we're going to get into the clips and fails. Been really loving this new sniper and beach bog. I saw like Hollow Point, he's calling bog beaches, like, oh my gosh, what do you mean, dude? But we're gonna get into the clips and fails of this week. Alright, so into the first clip, and I actually really like the movement on this clip. So I get that guy, I know that guy's right there. I kind of like jump and like fall and shoot him at the same time. I thought that was kind of cool. And then kill that guy for a split quad, then go for this kid, get him, split 5, but it was like really split, so it's not even like that great. But I'm just still going. Then that guy had jug, and this is terrible. But right here, this is so bad. I'm right behind him. I accidentally jump. I'm not used to my scuff. Thank goodness that guy didn't turn on me. It was some guy that wasn't there. I wanted to make sure that you all knew that was not me getting turned on. But here, I hit marker him. It would have been split by the white text, but then it was still a split quad feed. But if you didn't have jug, like I've seen so many people, so many lobbies with people having jug on this map, and then here we just get clipped. It was just a quad, and I know it's like you're still getting like clipped on. This pretty big fail. So here, get 2 guys, then this guy's right there, get the 3rd, get the 4th for a split quad. It was split twice, but then I missed the 5th, so you know that was pretty bad. But you know, it's like it's still a split quad. Like I don't know, I haven't hit, like Michael hit a 5 on yesterday, then he hit a triple. Like, oh my gosh, just sniper. Then that, I'm almost positive could have been a triple. They were lining up so well, and I was like, you know what, I showed it to Beck, and he agreed that that was probably going to be a triple if it wasn't hit marker. But here, I'm just going off. I think this was like a split 5-man or something like that. I got 3 right there. Then to get that guy, then 1 more. So it was a split 5 on, and that was pretty nice. But I haven't hit anything like just a quad, like a clean quad or clean 5 on or anything like that. It's all been split, but I'm really loving this sniper. So if I keep using it, I think I'm going to hit something like really good if I just keep using it. But that's going to be the end of this episode of Fail to Face. If you enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like, and I will be back tomorrow. See ya!